Well, here we are in the boat working on her after my capsize in France a couple of weeks ago. Now you might have seen the video about that. Some people have been worried whether the lure has a hidden weakness that means that she capsizes rather easily, and this isn't the case, but I just want to talk you through what happened. I was under full sail and I wanted to reef. So the sheet was on this side and I released it, go forward, and what happened was that it caught in this little groove here. So as I went forward to lower the sail, so I'd got to about here, and then I noticed that the sheet had caught at the stern of the boat. It had jammed in there. So that needs to be altered. So what happened was she just tipped over very gently. There was also the problem of having been at a boat festival for 7 days in Brest, which is a bit like the Glastonbury Festival. It's the same scale as the Glastonbury Festival, but with boats, all sorts of boats. So there hadn't been a lot of sleep. Well, here we are, sailing along at Brest 2016, surrounded by lots of lovely ships, small boats and steam yachts and everything from all around the world, and it has been wonderful. On the final night I got to bed at about 2 AM and I was up at 5 AM the next morning and rowing out of the Brest harbour by 6:30. I carried on rowing for 2 hours until there was enough wind to start sailing. This is the Point de Toulanguet. I'm just adjusting my heading on the chart plotter down here to ensure that we pass between the outlying rock stacks and the and the point itself. We're ferry gliding across the tide in this light wind, quite a strong tide here. And the rest of the fleet, a few thousand boats of all sizes, caught up with us at Had, and I ended up becalmed in amongst a whole crowd of spectator boats, with the boat flogging backwards and forwards, spilling wind out of the sail. And I was stuck there for about an hour. So by the time this capsize happened, I was dead beat really. So that was another problem. So don't go to parties. Don't go to parties if you don't want to capsize, is probably the other moral of this story. There were one or two other issues. I used waterproof bags like this to act both as buoyancy and keep everything dry. This bag, the bigger bag, I have a big bag and a smaller bag. Here behind me is the smaller bag. These are both Ortlieb bags. The big bag has my bedding in, the smaller bag has clothes. And there are 4 bags, 2 on each side. They're tied down, so that's how they act as buoyancy. They have a roll closure, so you roll this up, this closure, but you roll it up, and you should do that really good and tight so it traps air, and then do up 4 clips. There we are. Well, I'm not sure quite how well the bags were done up, but all the bags got water in bar one that were arranged like this with these 4 clips, and I rather wonder whether I won't pension them off, or pension off these bigger ones for the bedding, and actually go for a different sort of bag that has just the closure at one end. And I've got one of those up forward. Here it is. Now this bag just has one closure at one end, and it's actually canvas. It's quite a nice bag. These bags, the contents of these stay dry. Now what I actually put in these is the cover, which is what's in this one, and then I have another similar bag on the other side of the boat. These bags stood up to sailing along flooded and being towed by the affaire maritime for quite a long time. So I wonder whether bags like this wouldn't be better for the bedding, just with one closure, so there's not quite so much the same weakness. I also had trouble with lockers coming open when the boat was full of water, so there is a new catch on the locker in the sole just here. The final problem was the electric box, which is here in the bows of the boat. Just lift the lid, you can see. So there's a big 70 ampere battery in here, and all my switches, and I also have cradle for recharging a handheld VHF. All the electrics got destroyed by the salt water getting into the box because the lid wasn't fastened down, and I had to remake the whole of the interior of the box. So there you are. I hope that was helpful, and we'll try and have some more cheerful videos very soon.